Hi guys, I hope you're all well. It's currently Sunday the 12th of July 2020 and welcome to week 235 of my weight loss journey. In last week's video we all saw I had the fourth consecutive week of maintaining my body weight at 163.2 kilograms, which is 359.8 pounds or 25 stone 9.8 pounds, and of course my body mass index remained at 47.7. I'm going to start the proceedings off by reviewing my calorie consumption for the past week, which we can see in the graph above. The average of this was 2,451 compared to the previous week at 2,412. It has increased slightly, but more importantly, it's within my 2,500 calorie allowance, which is obviously great. Last week I did mention that I was going to change things up in terms of my menu, and I've certainly done that. Instead of having my normal tuna salads for my lunch and my chicken breast, vegetables and gravy for my evening meal, I made a chili using lean beef mince steak, less than 5% fat, and I had that for a couple of days. I still had a tuna salad. I had it only on 2 days instead of my normal 5 days. And I also had a sirloin steak, fried mushrooms with a jacket potato, and I also did a black pepper gravy. That was nice. And I made a quiche using cottage cheese. So I made a big quiche, and that also had a number of meals, used that for a number of meals throughout the week as well. So it is being completely changed. However, on the weekend, I didn't meet or stick within my own rule, especially on Saturday, of being within 3,000 calories on that day. Now, I missed it. I fell short of 4,000 calories. That's really due to me having a pizza, which is very high calories, and I had some chips with that and some cheese coleslaw. So that threw me above my 3,000 calories. But I managed to stick within it last Sunday. But overall, I'm within my allowance, so that's obviously a good thing. My fluid consumption has increased from last week to 3,511 millilitres. It's above the 3,500 millilitre mark, so I'm very happy with that. It's just above it, so nothing much to worry about there. If we now move on to my activity front, in the form of my step count, you can see this in the graph above. The average of this was 10,858 compared to the previous week at 10,965. It has reduced very slightly. It's above my 10,000 step mark average, which I'm trying to achieve each day. So that's a good thing on its own. I also managed to fit in or repeat my dumbbell weight exercises on my chest, arms, back, etc. I did that on Thursday. Yeah, and I'm not aching as much after that workout compared to last week, so that's a positive as well. As we all know by now, every 5 weeks I retake my body measurements to see if I've made any progress in that area as well. So without further ado, here are my latest results. Out of the 14 body measurements which I monitor, I've seen a reduction in 4 of those. I've seen a 1 inch or 2.5 centimetre reduction from my hips, and I've seen a half an inch or 1.3 centimetre reduction from my chest and waist. And finally, I saw a 1/4 of an inch or 0.6 centimetre reduction from my right ankle. Therefore, in the last 5 weeks, I've seen a combined reduction of 2.25 inches, which is 5.7 centimetres. But if you look at what I've lost in total in the 235 weeks that I've been doing this journey, well, that's 120.1 inches or 305.1 centimetres. It's that time of the week where we all get to see if I've managed to lose any more weight. So here it is, guys. Here's my weigh-in. I weigh 163.2 kilograms, which is 359.8 pounds or 25 stone 9.8 pounds. This means I've seen my 5th consecutive week of maintaining. Definitely not what I was hoping for, especially after changing my entire menu this past week. But if we're looking at this from a logical viewpoint, even though I know I've maintained these past week, and now that I know I've lost body measurements, what I think has happened is I've lost fat and fluid during that time, but at the same time, I've been gaining muscle. Because if you've got a pound of muscle and a pound of fat, see, therefore they both weigh the same, but muscle is higher in density, so it occupies less space compared to the fat. So therefore, I must have gained muscle during these 5 weeks at the same rate that I've lost fat and fluid weight. So that's why I've maintained. That's the only thing I can think of. But also on another note, this week, even though I have seen yet another maintain result, it is the first time that I got two completely different other weigh-in readings, because as you all know, all the time I weigh myself at home, I always weigh myself 3 times straight after one another. And I always take the heaviest of those 3 readings as being my actual result for that week. Now, that's all the time I've done that for the past 5 weeks, well, the previous 4 weeks, it's always been the same weight. However, this week I actually obtained 3 different results, but my heaviest was still the same as the previous 4 weeks. But I got 162.6 and 162.8 kilograms. So I would have potentially lost, if it had stayed along the lower point, up to a pound in weight this week, but I have to show it as a maintain result. I am sticking to my own rules in terms of how I display and present my data. Because I've got the heaviest readout as being the same as the previous 4 weeks, I am going to have to show that as being the official result. But I just wanted to show you that I did get 3 completely different readouts this time round, and you know, thought it might be interesting to you. Obviously, based on me still not being back at Slimming World, and they're not likely to start back groups until mid-August, that is still going to be presented and shown as a maintain result. Therefore, I'm still requiring to lose 3.5 pound of the Christmas weight gain, but in total I've lost 87.4% of that Christmas weight gain. Based on this week's maintain result, my body mass index will stay at 47.7, and of course my third weight loss target will remain at 59.1% complete. So in the 235 weeks that I've been doing this weight loss journey, I've lost a total of 181.4 pounds, which is 82.3 kilograms, or 12 stone 13.4 pounds. Next week I'm going to change my menu yet again. This time something based around chicken. I'm going to make some chicken meals. I ain't got a clue what I'm going to make. It's just going to be something off the cuff, you know. Fluid wise though, as long as I keep above 3,500 milliliters, I'll be happy. Calorie wise, stick within 2,500 between Monday and Friday, and of course stick within the 3,000 on the weekends. Not going above the 3,000 is important, I would say, especially on the Saturday. Step-wise, activity-wise, I'm going to stick with the 10,000 step mark, and I'll try and fit in my dumbbell weight exercises on Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm hoping I will be able to break this maintain cycle, especially since I saw 3 completely different weigh-in readouts this time round. So I'm hoping that's a glimpse of what's possible in the coming week. So if I'm on the boundaries of starting to come down the scales, that could be the first indicator that that's going to happen. So my fingers are crossed that if I stick to it this coming week, I may finally break this cycle and see a loss. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's the end of this week's video. As always, if you'd like to continue following me along my weight loss journey and hopefully get to see much less of me in the future, by all means subscribe to my channel so you don't get to miss out on any future videos that I post. I wish you all a fantastic week. Stay safe, look after one another, and I'll see you all again next Sunday.